Hi there, my name is Xian from Clear Mindmaster, and I'd like to talk a little bit today about 4 steps that I'd like to share with you to stop procrastination, self-doubt, and self-sabotage forever, even when you struggle with a consistent practice. Okay, so I had a time around 10 years ago when doing anything in my business and home and life was just really difficult. I was a single mother, working mother of twins, running my own business, always having employees and customers around me, and there was always a lot going on. And my mind was always really full with all the things I had to do and remember and take care of. And I often felt overwhelmed and wasn't focusing on work as well as I wanted to. And you know what? You probably know this kind of stage when you're working a lot and you're not really getting anything done. That was me. So I realized that I self-sabotaged myself. I was letting my thoughts and feelings sabotage the way I showed up in the world for myself and for my business. Okay. My business was suffering because of it. I was snappy with my employees. I was feeling overwhelmed, having to constantly be there for others. And I knew that the business was going to go downhill if I'd avoid the tasks that were just really important. Right. So when I started to look into ways to get back to productive and efficient and focused at work, everything seemed to require this time-consuming practice, meditation, journaling, doing this, doing that, which is exactly what I didn't have. So how could I address something with lots of practices that I didn't have time for? Okay. So I simply needed something that would give me fast results without a practice, without having to set aside tons of time that I just simply didn't have. Okay. On top of that, all the so-called solutions to self-sabotage were all what I call maintenance. Keep doing this forever. And then as long as you do it, you'll be fine. And if you stop, then you're back to square one. Okay, and everything comes crashing back down in on you. You know that one? I call it the maintenance or eternal New Year's resolution. So the point is, you can have the most expansive or powerful or expensive practice, the most effective framework in the world. But if you don't do it, won't do much good, right? So what I'll share with you now is what I found after many years of trial and error, and I've been doing this for over 30 years, is how you actually get yourself to do it. My procrastination turned into productiveness and clarity and direction, and my business flourished again. And that also then has an excellently, beautifully positive effect on my private life and my personal life, right? So number one, the importance of finding ways that you can do all day long. As a business owner, I don't care for complicated methods, nor do I have tons of time to fuck around with lengthy practices. In my busy life, I need simple, easy solutions that I got fast and obvious results for. This seems to be like such a mind opener for my clients. You don't want to do anything that doesn't give you fast and obvious results. They keep like doing stuff and like, yeah, I think it's working. Yeah, maybe it kind of helps. Well, if you don't know that you go, wow, yes, this helps and it makes a giant difference in my life, why are you doing it? Okay, find something that gives you fast and obvious results. It's kind of logical, right? Really, right? So I realized that I had to find solutions that would impact my life immediately and profoundly. That's what I want anyway, right? So with any method that I encountered, I always analyzed it and I asked myself, is it simple? If it's not simple, I'm probably not going to do it. It's just me, right? Is it easy? If it's not easy, I might do it for a little while, but then suddenly, like when I don't feel so good or whatever, then again, I'm not going to do it. Is it fast? If it's not fast, if it takes 3 hours or an hour or even sometimes 20 minutes, then probably not going to do it. Is it doable in everyday life? Which means, is it doable as I'm living my life? Or do I have to wait until I come home in the evening and then maybe don't have time to actually do it, right? So is it doable as I'm living my life? Really important, okay? And is it enjoyable? Because if I enjoy it, then I'll actually keep doing it. If I don't enjoy it, then, well, that's your answer there already, right? So if it's not any of these things, simple, easy, fast, doable in everyday life, and enjoyable, then I wouldn't do it. Okay, I'd actively look for another one that does tick all the boxes. Okay, second point, find out what works for you. Instead of choosing practices that work for my friend or my teacher or whatever, find something that works for you. It doesn't matter what everybody else says. Try what everybody else does, because sometimes it works, but it might not work for you. So it doesn't matter if something isn't working for you that everybody else raves about, okay? So find something that you love doing, something that naturally motivates you because you just click with it. We really need to understand that everybody's different, and we think different, we act different, we work through problems differently, have different backgrounds, triggers, habits. For example, to lose weight, would you rather dance or lift weights, right? It's got nothing to do with lifting weight right now, but it proves the point that some people love lifting weights and like they wouldn't want to lift a leg to dance, and somebody else is like lifting weights. What? It's exactly the same thing. We all need different solutions. Okay, and if you try and make the life with the dance or the other way around, they might just not enjoy it and not ever get anywhere. Third one, experiment. This is actually one of the most powerful tools that you can use to try and weed out. Try something, yes, even from a friend or a teacher. But if it doesn't fit into step 1 or 2, okay, which means does it really work for you and can you do it all day long, then stop and try something else. Seriously. Number 4, change the way you think. Focus on practices that change your way of thinking. I'm going to repeat that. Focus on practices that change your way of thinking rather than actually having to do something that takes up a lot of time, like some kind of practice. A changed mind will automatically act different, feel different, and approach things differently. So you need to change the way you think. If it's just always a meditation, then I'm like nice and chilled and zen right now, and then I go and shout at my people in the office. Okay, I need to learn how to not get triggered, to not shout at people in my office, for example. Okay, so these are steps that I still do today and that I still follow nowadays when the going gets tough, because I know that I will always find a perfect solution that works perfectly for me, that will always get done, and that I therefore always get the results in the exact moment when I need it, and not sometime in the evening when I have or don't have time to do a practice. So remember, a clear and peaceful mind changes lives. My name is Xian from Clear Mind Master. Have a great rest of the day. Bye.